Hi, my name is John, Jon. My last name is Drucks, D-R-U-C-K-S. It's Saturday, May 3rd, 2014. I'm out in the wine fields of Fresno, California, and I'm looking at this American flag next to basically a farm with palm trees. It really doesn't get much more American than that. And same with this up in the skies. Fresno is under constant chemtrail attack, and it gets into what are they doing to our farms, what we eat in the breadbasket of the world. And that's why we need to stand up right now, stand for the truth on 9/11, the wars, and the New World Order. One thing leads to another. I not only believe 9/11 was an inside job, I believe it was a satanic ritual, a royal, Masonic, satanic ritual involved with Skulls and Bones secret society, also known as the Brotherhood of Death. Imagine that. And there's more to that imagine than meets the eye. I'll just leave it at that. Another John in my book of Johns. You need to look at my entire Facebook page. Again, my name's John, Jon. My last name's Drucks, D-R-U-C-K-S. You need to look at my entire Facebook page. It's my book, Change 2014. It follows Change 2013 and Change 2012. Because God knows we need change, and we need change now. We need to stand for the truth. It's the Word of God. The truth is the enemy of this nation living under secrets of lies. The truth has been turned into a conspiracy theory. Based on that theory, God will be the next enemy and His Word will be the next conspiracy theory. The truth is out there. It's called conspiracy theory. Call me crazy. You're crazy. If you believe anything that's coming out of that district of corruption right now, you have to be crazy. You have to live in a cave to believe the man in the cave story of 9/11. It was part of a pre-planned drill, and we're being drilled right into the ground. Just like this is all part of a plan. The plan to deliver a new world order as promised by Skulls and Bones secret society, Bush 41. Hitler promised a new world order. Goes with Skulls and Bones, Bush 41, being the son of Skulls and Bones Prescott Bush. His banks got shut down for banking the Nazis in World War II. And we wonder what happened to our country. We allowed the son and the grandson of the banker to the Nazis, the royal. It gets into that. That's my next story. The royal war pig banks that funded the Nazis. By Daddy and Grandpa of the Skulls and Bones Bushes. I just saw something where Skulls and Bones Prescott Bush was actually met with Hitler and stuff. He was pushing the Nazi agenda in America during the Great Depression. Because the New World Order and total economic collapse go hand in hand. One hand feeds the other, just like in the district of corruption, while the people hold their hands out for food. That's our future, people. That's the future of that American flag and that farm and the crops under the New World Order plan. And you better wake up now. Know your enemy, take the power back. Those are the words of Rage Against the Machine. They screamed at us over 20 years ago exactly what's happened to our country today, and that proves it's a plan. Just like JFK, my namesake, warned us over 50 years ago in a secret society speech. And I say also his separation of church and state speech. I believe those two same speeches are directed at the same evil royal people. Because again, the Skulls and Bones Bushes are in the bloodline of the royal family from across the pond. The royal family of liars, along with their royal war pig bankers. The ones that got shut down for funding the Nazis, and you allowed the son and the grandson to become your president. This is a plan, people. That's how Rage Against the Machine could be screaming at you 20 years ago, and JFK could be warning us over 50 years ago. It's a plan. It's a plot. JFK said there was a plot to enslave every man, woman, and child of this nation, and he'd do everything to stop it. He was assassinated 7 days later. By the plotters, I'm sure. How can you come to any other conclusion, especially when you look at the world today? And you better take a look now. I just posted something about where Zbigniew Brzezinski. All you have to do is look at that name. All you have to do is listen to Dr. Death Kissinger. These are the people of the New World Order, and they're the people, I believe, they're the people that are behind 9/11. You're going to surrender America to the New World Order, to who I believe is behind 9/11 and the premeditated. Again, because it gets into this, people, this was planned too. The oil wars in the name of God. Another plan. And they needed a new Pearl Harbor to make that war machine move forward. Get Rage Against the Machine. It's it. I believe we're living out a script, a man-made script. I call it the royal scam. And I believe it's a clone of the book of Revelation in the Bible. And it gets into, is your president, what's his name, born and who knows where? A clone. That we allowed, in Operation Paperclip, we allowed Nazi scientists into our government during the Cold War. The timeline fits, people. You need to look at that. Who is our president? Whose bloodline is he in? Whose homeland is he in? Because Nazi Germany was called the homeland. He's called us the homeland along with many others. Some even include Mexico, Canada, and us. Misery loves company. Join the crowd, because it's the same thing with financial collapse. I'm both broken just like my country. It's because my country's being ruled under secrets and lies, like 9/11 and the wars. And you better wake up now, because I really do think we're living out the end of the Christian calendar based on the beginning. We're living out a script of the book of Revelation. Right now, nuclear World War III's being negotiated by Skulls and Bones Secretary of State John Kerry. Imagine that one. As our country's $17.5 trillion in debt, and that's what we know about. We're being buried in debt, literally. Anyone willing and able to pull off 9/11 in the wars in the name of God is willing to do anything and everything, including the Christian genocide. The end. Just like in the book of Revelation. Because again, I believe the script of the royal scam is a clone of the book of Revelation, which is written by John. And I believe it directly relates to the message I have from above. I believe the message of the Spirit of Truth, John 16:13, is the truth or the end. The people must give all of our sick and twisted royal rulers and all our self-serving public servants, past and present, the same choice, the truth or the end. Again, stand for the truth on 9/11, the wars, and the New World Order. One thing leads to another, and I believe the arrival of the New World Order will mark the end of America. Will we all receive that mark of the beast, which NBC News just predicted all of us would have an RFID chip by 2017. It's called, if you disobey, they turn off your chip. Well, my chip's been turned off without it. When you have nothing to lose. And I believe that's what this country has, is nothing, and you better stand now. Anyone that thinks this country has anything at all, I want you to take a pen and paper. I want you to add what do you think America has, including what the people have, and then subtract it from $17.5 trillion, and you tell me. And again, that's the number we're being told. You know it's worse than that. I've heard things, if you include our promised Social Security and everything, guess what, people? It's $100 trillion. And counting. And again, that's probably what we know about. It's all secret. When forced to talk, they lie. The family of liars, it's in their bloodline. Again, the truth of the end. The truth will set us free, John 8:32. Free at last, free at last, free and independent. The words of JFK at the end of his secret society speech. Free and independent. What's that telling you, people? You're under the rule of the royals. The same people we declared our independence from. And we need to redeclare our independence now. And they're behind 9/11 in the wars. That's the conclusion I'm coming to in my book. Again, it's a royal scam. And it includes the book of Revelation. is Obama nation being sent in, led into the abomination of desolation. Look that one up. And if you think this is all a joke, guess what? There are many of those among us that think life is but a joke. Life is not a joke, people. It's a creation of God, and I think God's had enough. You pull off a satanic ritual like 9/11, and then you create premeditated oil wars in the name of God. That's the ultimate insult to my God. My God says, "Thou shalt not kill." War is a mortal sin, and all these royal war pig hypocrites are going to find out. And it's time for the hippies on down to stand up, come together, stand up for the truth. The hippies had it right: make love, not war. The hippies stood for what they believed in. They weren't perfect, but they stood for what they believed in. The hippies were called Jesus freaks. Like it was bad to love Jesus? By the ruling royal war pig hypocrites. And guess what? That goes with the war on Christmas today. And you better wake up, because again, I believe we are living out the end of the Christian calendar based on the beginning. Figure that one out. My mom got a message after JFK was assassinated. I'm named after JFK. My birthday relates to John 16. All this is on my Facebook page. Again, when the Spirit of truth comes, the truth will be told. But guess what, people? That means the people failed the test of time from above. They didn't stand for the Word of God. And that's why I'm going to stand for the Word of God until I hear the truth, or die trying, just like JFK, my namesake, just like Joan of Arc, my bloodline. Because guess what, people? My mom not only got a message after the assassination of JFK saying our government was involved, her family's been traced back to Joan of Arc. 600 years ago, Joan of Arc received a message from above saying the royal family of England was taken over France. I believe the same thing could be said of us. 600 years later, it's the same thing. It's because we're living under secrets and lies. Nothing changes without the truth, and we need to stand for the truth now. Our president, whoever he is, promised us change. Again, the first step in change is the truth. Stand for the truth now. It's the Word of God. People can choose to believe me or not. Life's full of choices, but I believe God makes the final choices for us, and I believe His final choice is the truth or the end. Is America going to stand for their flag? Are they going to stand for their farms? Are they going to stand for those palm trees in California? The breadbasket of the world that feeds us, that they want to spray chemicals over us. And it just gets into people. Anyone willing and able to do 9/11 is willing and able to do anything and everything, including the end, at least for us. And again, I think it's the story of the book of Revelation. That's what I believe we're living out. I believe it directly relates to my message. The truth. Either we're going to stand for the truth, or we're going to live out the end. And both those, they come from John, the Spirit of truth. So, again, people, wake up, know your enemy, take the power back. I'm going to leave it at that one. And because again, Jesus rose from the dead, and the question is He returning sooner rather than later? Because again, people, if you don't stand for the truth, the Word of God, that means the people failed the test of time from above. They didn't stand for the truth. They didn't stand for the Word of God when they needed it the most, and that's in the end. So that's the end of this video. Again, my name's John, Jon. My last name's Drucks, D-R-U-C-K-S. Look at my entire Facebook page. It's my book, Change 2014. It follows Change 2013 and Change 2012, because God knows we need change, and we need change now. Peace.